Hello guys, welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. As you can see today, we're taking a look at the new Egard Swiss-made automatic, their engraved model. Now I did review one of their engraved kind of dive slash models, kind of Submariner-like watch in the past, which was pretty cool and a lot of people really like that. So I figured I'd check one of these out and review it. Now this is more of a kind of Audemars Piguet Royal Oak style case and bracelet, but it's completely engraved, including the whole bracelet as well. It comes in a nice leather box as usual with your warranty card. And it also does come with a rubber strap as well. I do prefer it on the bracelet though. Now starting off with some basic specifications and information about this watch, Egard does sell this watch for about $700 US. Now that's not a cheap price point, but this is a Swiss-made model using a Swiss-made automatic caliber, so the price is going to be up there as well, you know, including this engraving on the whole bracelet and the entire case. And you're getting a pretty nice decorated movement as well. It's the STP-111 produced by Fossil. I've had some experience lately with that movement in a couple other brands, and I really do like that movement. It's quite accurate, it's quite nice looking. I think it's just as good as the ETA 2824 in my opinion. Anyway, this watch itself is solid 316L stainless steel, completely engraved, which is pretty crazy, and honestly. I mean, if you look at this thing, the detailing is really, really insane. I'll get you in a little closer towards the middle section of the video. In terms of some basic specifications, you're looking at a 42mm diameter case here. In terms of case thickness, you're only looking at 12mm, which is really nice, especially for a watch with the STP-111, which is really pretty thin for a watch with an automatic Swiss caliber at 12mm. This watch also does retain 100 meters of water resistance. It has a pull and push crown, but it does have 100 meters rated, and I do trust that. Because Egard is a pretty reputable company. So you can definitely take this thing swimming, which is nice. You can definitely hop in the pool with this, and I think you should be okay, of course. Always have the crown fully pushed in, though, of course. Lug to lug, there really is no lugs. We have an integrated bracelet, but from here to here, I did measure 47mm, with 42 across and 12 thick. The bracelet is 22, tapers down to 20 at the end on the butterfly clasp. You get a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, an exhibition case back, a nice black dial with applied markers, as you can see here, very neatly applied. Get you in a little closer here, you can see that Swiss made is printed above the 6 o'clock position. At the 12 o'clock position, you have the Egard logo, which is applied and polished. Nice long broad hands. The second hand does reach all the way out to the markings, which I do appreciate. If you know me, definitely I do know I appreciate that. Very easy to read, looks more professional, and it just looks better all around. You have a date window at the 3 o'clock position. We have an AP style crown also at the 3 o'clock position, which is pull and push. And this movement is very easy to function as well. It's a 26 jeweled movement. You get hand winding, we get hacking, and it beats at 4 hertz, 28,800 beats per hour. The dial is very legible as well. There's some nice anti-reflective coating on there, as you can see right now when the light is going over it, which is always nice to see. Also, this watch, the exhibition case back, so let's get into that. As you can see here, Egard put the STP-111 inside this watch, which is pretty nice. It's a great movement. They did do a custom job as well, and I believe this is the higher end one. I'm not 100% sure, but it does have a custom Egard rotor. It does have perlage work on the plates, as you can see there, towards the top. If you look at that, I think that looks pretty nice. Striping on the rotor as well. Very nice looking movement. I really do like these movements. Blued screws as well. Pretty clean case back, screwed down, pretty typical. States 3050 Swiss automatic sapphire crystal, water resistant. I think it looks pretty classy and it looks pretty nice. Now there is going to be no finishing. It's pretty much completely brushed on the actual case and the bezel here, from what you can see underneath the engraving. If I get you in on the engraving on a side profile here, you can see it's very neat and there really is no error. It's very nice. You can punch this portion out to change the strap to the rubber strap. The bracelet is completely engraved there, as you can see. Just really stunning if you look at that. It is polished on the side portion of the bracelet, and if I get you in a little closer on the side portion of the bracelet, it is using pins instead of screws. I kind of would have preferred to use screws, especially on a $700 watch. That's just my opinion. It's always easier to adjust for me with a screwdriver. Although, you know, sometimes screws do get stripped and such, so there's an upside and a downside to everything, I guess. But it's pretty neat, the bracelet. Everything is, you know, looks pretty good with the engraving. Get you in a little closer, you can really see the detail. It comes on a nice dual butterfly clasp here, which is pretty good. Very solid. It is very solid. I mean, it's a nice clamp down. It's not, this thing is not going anywhere once both of these are clamped down, which is good to see. It's not a cheap or loose one. The movement. So to actually function this movement, you have a crown over here at the 3 o'clock position. You give it some juice. It is already running. You can wind it. It is easy to wind it. And then when you want to pop it out one position, as you can see here, I popped it out one position. You're kind of going to have to dig from the back with your nail, because that's just the way it's constructed, as you can see here. So there's a little space over here, kind of like the Squally watches. Something similar to that. You kind of have to come from underneath, and then you have no issue changing the time or date. You can flip through the date here, put it at 21, then you can pull to your final position, and we do get hacking where you can change the time. This one is actually extremely accurate, running about +3 seconds a day, and this is not a Kosk or chronometer certified watch, and that's pretty accurate. That's just as good as Kosk, so very happy with the accuracy on this timepiece. Here's how the watch would look if you had a 6.5-inch wrist like me. It fits nicely across. It doesn't wear big at all, in my opinion. I think if you have a 6.5-inch wrist and up, I think you should be okay. The bracelet does not pull hair either. There's not much space for it to pull hair. It's very tightly together. There's not much room for that, but definitely very legible. As you can see, even when the light is on, you can definitely read it. Now, another neat factor on this watch, there actually is Lume on this watch. There's Lume on the hands and all the applied markers, which is some type of superluminova, which is it's actually pretty decent. It's not too bad. There isn't much room to apply it on a watch like this, but I think they did a decent job. I'll get you a shot of that right now. And here we go with the Lume shot. As you can see, the hands are definitely really pretty bright there, right? A little brighter than the applied markers. And I think it's good for a watch like this. You know, it's not a true dive watch. It's a more of a dressy, casual watch, but it does have that 100 meters. So if you were underwater in the dark, you can definitely still read the time. At least on the hands, and the markers they go out a little quicker than the hands, but still pretty good. So that's pretty much going to sum it up for the new Egard timepiece. I think it's a really cool watch. Obviously something like this is not going to be for everybody, and I do know that. But if you like something interesting, unique, with engraving all over it, some people do this to their watches, you know, custom. I've seen some Rolex watches on Instagram which have this type of engraving on it, which is pretty cool. But if you don't want to do it custom, you can just buy a watch from Egard and you're getting the same exact thing. And the precision is very good. So I was happy about that. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. As usual, definitely throw the video a like if you enjoyed it. Also, Egard always has some discount codes, or if you sign up for their newsletter, they will send you a 15% off or something like that. So definitely check out their website. And let me know what you guys think. I will catch you on the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.